Welcome to this brief introduction to ProShip and the ProShip solution. My name is Tony Verrill. I'm the Director of Enterprise Sales for ProShip Software.
I'm Justin Kramer from ProShip, and I'm one of the co-founders. ProShip is the most trusted global provider of automated multi-carrier shipping software. We enable today's top companies to execute their parcel shipping strategies efficiently and cost-effectively.
ProShip supports high-speed multi-carrier shipping execution that serves a wide variety of markets and meets many challenges for our end users. ProShip has a large presence in retail and e-commerce direct-to-consumer shipments, third-party logistics, and manufacturing. ProShip also has a solid presence in wholesale distribution, pharma, and aerospace. Though ProShip empowers many companies to ship B2B, our core strength is B2C shipments. Common challenges we resolve for our clients across industries are meeting increased customer delivery expectations, optimizing carrier selection and optimizing freight spend, increasing carrier connectivity and expanding service offerings for our shippers, system performance at scale to meet increased shipping volumes, streamlining and automating shipping business logic, and leveraging shipment data through analytics to capture insights for continuous improvement.
ProShip's go-to-market for high-speed multi-carrier processing revolves around our in-house development and solution control through the product lifecycle. From this foundation, ProShip can predictably extend complex features and functions. Our core product and service tenets are speed, compliance, and support, with scalability and integration providing the flexibility to fit into all customer sizes, vertical types, and technology scenarios. ProShip's sub-second processing speeds allow us the flexibility to drive multiple print and apply lines and/or apply complex business rules to streamline warehouse and store compliance. Consistent speed and performance translates to continued capacity for our shippers to grow into over time. The highest volume enterprises with ProShip are processing more than 2.1 million shipments per day at peak.
As a carrier-agnostic platform, ProShip manages our end users' negotiated agreements across carriers and services. ProShip currently supports national ground and express services, same-day and overnight services, regional carrier services, international destination and international consolidation services, LTL palletized shipments, line haul and carrier zone skipping, and return services and reverse logistics. A one-size-fits-all approach to carrier connectivity has its limits. ProShip's flexibility allows us to deploy our premise carrier engines for speed and reliability, hybrid carrier engines for carrier-specific services, or carrier APIs for ease management and ease connectivity for unique deployments in specific shipping scenarios. After shipment leaves your door, having the means to provide visibility is paramount to a positive online shopping experience customers expect. Customer experience is enhanced by the ability to leverage carrier tracking feeds through ProShip or other parts of your enterprise software stack, setting you apart from your competitors who don't have these capabilities. Aggregating this data for audit and analytics purposes only assists the continuous improvement process for your supply chain.
Given the speed of ProShip's carrier engines, ProShip can be used in multiple steps of the supply chain, from the e-commerce shopping cart to the store or warehouse. When working in conjunction with an OMS or e-commerce suite, ProShip can provide advice on time in transit for different carrier service levels, such as 2-day, next day, or same-day delivery options. To enable this, ProShip provides for single service rating up to multi-service rate shopping. Multi-service rate shopping comes in 3 levels and supported by 3 ProShip exclusive concepts: rate shop groups, rate normalization, and carrier engine intelligence. Rate shop groups are a way of selecting multiple carrier services that a company may want to evaluate against a given shipment. Each rate shop group has a name and includes a set of services. Services can be different carrier service levels, different carriers, and even different mode types. For example, rate shopping 100-weight versus multi-weight against LTL rates. Rate normalization breaks out the major groups of fees and discounts the carrier might offer a shipper. This is useful for 3PLs and manufacturers that might be passing along some or all of the shipping costs to their customers. Most importantly, total is the amount that accounting should receive a bill for. Carrier engine intelligence allows carrier services to be thrown into a rate shop group with confidence, knowing that if a service is not qualified to deliver that package, it will not be selected by ProShip. The easiest example of this is adding a commercial-only and residential-only service into the same rate shop group. The commercial shipments will be delivered by the commercial services, and the residential addresses will be delivered by the residential services respectively. With these core concepts in mind, we can move on to the 3 levels of rate shopping: basic, time and transit filtering, and advanced state shopping. Basic rate shopping takes the results of rate shop groups, normalization, and carrier engine intelligence and simply sorts by total. Time and transit filtering uses the same logic as basic rate shopping, but filters the results to a specified number of business days before sorting by cost. The key phrases for time and transit shopping is business days. As we all know, customers no longer think in business days. They think in calendar days. They may even be thinking same day. To ensure that we can enforce a customer expectation, we need to first know what the expected delivery date is. We want to know this as we are at the scale or as we are applying the label. By applying the label at the last possible moment, we allow the system to make its choice based upon the carriers that are still available. For this, we need to take into account your contracts with the carriers. These include pickup dates, transit dates, and delivery dates. We want to ensure that if a trailer is leaving your warehouse or store on a Friday, that we know when these goods will actually start transiting, or if they're just going to sit in the carrier's induct yard until Monday. The carrier contracts will take this into account. As you can see, ProShip has a rich and detailed understanding of the complexities of rating concepts with a large amount of flexibility that can be applied per shipment.
The table is set for carrier connectivity and optimization through rate shopping. Now let's turn our focus to implementing best practices for your unique business logic. Categorizing business rules is the first step to streamlining execution. Prescriptive business rules are conditional or functional, usually represented by true or false. These rules are designed and set up to be configurable and easily changed by the business. However, prescriptive business rules can outgrow your ability to manage them. With any new system deployment, use this time to organize and consolidate business logic. Always keep in mind your strategic focus. For omnichannel, that may mean combining logic by business type, for example, by e-com, wholesale, or dropship, along with variables specific to a package. Managing these complex business rules will naturally generate a logic hierarchy to ease organization and shipping efficiencies. Deploying this organized logic will allow for non-technical users to manage the dynamic nature of business rules. This will align your omnichannel operations for success. Tools that allow for dynamic change of business rules with little to no IT involvement give the business agility while allowing for eased reorganization or business logic review during hectic planning seasons like peak or post-mortem starting in a new calendar year.
Though prescriptive business rules make for the fastest executing rules, they can be very difficult to maintain as the needs of business evolve. The alternative is algorithmically driven business rules. The easiest algorithmic business rule to understand is the one that we have just gone over, rate shopping. With rate shopping, we don't have a fixed rule that says if a package is going to New York from our Ohio warehouse, the system must ship it ground. Instead, we allow the system to algorithmically select the lowest cost service from a list of services. Logistics personnel can change the inputs of the algorithm by adding or removing carrier services from the rate shop groups. It is important to note that these changes do not require a code change. We are just changing the inputs. So as realities change for a business, the business can change the system without having to engage services or an engineer. A good system will balance prescriptive and algorithmic business rules to find the right combination of speed and flexibility for your business. Multi-carrier shipping systems require a vast amount of carrier business rules. They also require a vast amount of carrier-provided data to run through said rules. Data such as fuel surcharges and routing files can change weekly. Label changes and carrier business rules may change less frequently, but with dozens of carriers to choose from, some carriers are changing or modifying their business rules just about every month. Having your shipping software using all the correct data and carrier business rules helps to ensure that not only do you get the proper rates out of the software, but no package have delayed deliveries. All of this adds up to carrier compliance. ProShip achieves this via what's known as continuous integration, continuous deployment, or CI/CD development process. This means that ProShip will issue updated carrier data and business rules as soon as they pass our QA process. These updates can be automatically applied to your shipping servers with zero downtime, ensuring that you're always compliant with your ProShip-based carriers. If you would prefer, your IT department can install and test carrier updates in a low-level environment, and then apply the same patches to production once testing is complete. The continuous update process can keep your shipping software up to date and compliant, whether you purchase or subscribe, install in your data center, or take advantage of our private cloud-based options.
Traditional integration points for shipping at end of line connected to ERP or WMS are persistent and will always be where execution is more accurate. With the evolution of e-commerce and omnichannel, the need to tie shipping logic and execution into systems across the enterprise has also accelerated. Cart-to-customer focus now wins the day for positive customer experience and has brought new system touchpoints into the fold. It starts with setting expectations with the customer at e-commerce checkout that align and tie back to omnichannel business logic and business goals for customer experience. Taking e-commerce expectations and pulling them through the traditional ERP or WMS order routing process ensures proper carrier service selection. The order management system's role has emerged to sourcing for the closest origin to the end customer and lowest cost to deliver for the shipment. This may even mean bypassing traditional shipping execution from a distribution center, store, or third-party logistics origin and offer a BOPIS strategy. Finally, providing consistent information flow through post-shipment tracking keeps the customer and business informed to follow through and measure that delivery expectations were met. Reviewing your cart-to-customer process and the system connection to make every shipment a success is a process that cannot be rushed. Leveraging expertise inside and outside of the organization is a must to coordinate policies and procedures to keep systems in sync.
To sum it all up, ProShip is a high-speed, multi-carrier shipping software that serves a wide variety of markets and meets many challenges for small parcel shipping, including speed, carrier compliance, and complex business rules via our design and the industry expertise of our staff.